participate in Easter Seals every year. This is really a charity very near and dear to our hearts for many of us. And we have two winners. We really do a great job in this region, and I'm real proud of all of you. But we have one company is our number 2 in the council, and the other company is number 1. So we did really well. And then we have number 2 and 3 in the region with that. So first award is going to go to number 2 in our council, number 3 in our region, and that's the 3 states I mentioned. That's Century 21, Goodyear Green, who raised $5.
Go Deacon!
On this thing? Is there a zoom on this thing?
How to work it?
I would like for you to meet him now, so if we can get Becky to play the video, I'd appreciate your attention for just a moment.
Every time you wake up, there's a land of opportunity in front of you. Do something different, make a friend, talk to someone you never had before, do something you've never done. A lot of joy comes out of that.
The people we came with ran over and said that in a crash.
I was injured during a motocross race. My dad had to do CPR before life flight could arrive.
He can't breathe on his own. What's called a diaphragmatic pacer. It stimulates his diaphragm 13 times a minute, so that he'll have 13 breaths a minute. A whole new life starts that day.
He is healed physically in a very big way. Much of that is due to the efforts of Patty and Easter Seals.
Push it out, push it out, push against it. Come on, push, harder, harder. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. It's important that Ben have the physical therapy and continue with the physical therapy. He needs to be stretched. He needs to be strengthened for the bone integrity, for the muscle strength, for his overall health and cardiovascular.
It's important for him to maintain his best physical condition, to be as intellectually challenged as he can be. They're interrelated.
Last one. Better leave it out there. Come on. There you go. Now where you been hiding that? Come on, let's go. Pull it in. Pull it in.
His academic work is among some of the best of any of the students I've had. Or you're really zipping by well on the court.
So like closer than I actually thought.
Ben is a very good face for the University of Southern Indiana.
I have a voice recognition software on my computer. I also have a lot of help. You know, I have to take tests in a different room. Obviously, I don't want to be among everybody and say, answers B, because it's probably wrong. I wouldn't want to do that to my classmate. That sounded like that.
Started way before he came back home from his rehab. We just took the whole room by room and did what we had to do to make each area accessible.
But there's so many things that people take for granted day to day. Areas that you think are accessible are not as easy as you would think they would be. Just to press a door, an automatic door to open it, he can't do that, so someone needs to do that for him.
Ben and I always had a motto, give yourself 15 minutes to cry, to get your grief out, but then you move on with your day.
Ben is probably one of the most courageous guys I've ever met.
The kids that knew Ben spent the days and the nights at the hospital while Ben was there. They never left the hospital.
I have a really close group of about 10 friends, you know, that we hang out on a regular basis. Go to a ball game, go out, grab something to eat, go see a movie. The doctors told me that I would never be able to feel or move anything. Well, right now I can feel it throughout my arms, through my abs, throughout my legs. If I can do that, what can you do? Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everything that glitters is gold. He's a delightful young man, just an inspiration. If he can do that, what can we do? We had a scare at our convention. For those of you who do not know it, I happened to be escorting our little number one, Miss Margaret Davis, back to her hotel room one evening, and we were at the vacant end of the convention center, and she slipped, causing herself to stumble, and she fell, hitting her head on the marble floor, rendering herself unconscious. I was mortified, dropped to my knees. The only thing I could think of was, Joe, give me your jacket. I need to put it under her head. But unbeknown to me, right behind us as we were walking, was Jim Williams, the president and CEO of Easter Seals International, and our liaisons to that organization, Patsy Mulsey. Jim immediately also dropped to his knees. He told me, he said, "Now Rodney, we have to be careful. When we move her head, we don't know what she's hurt." And he helped me put the jacket. Meantime, Patsy was dialing 911. And after it was all over and done, and we were at the hospital and the ambulance, and I was able to determine that Margaret was okay and escorted her back to her hotel room with her friends, and I knew that she was safe. I went back to my own room, and I sat down and I said, "Oh." And then it dawned on me, Easter Seals was right behind me, right when I needed them, right there. And ladies and gentlemen, no one ever wants to use the services of Easter Seals. No one wants to have a traumatic brain injury. No one wants to have a child with disabilities. But isn't it nice to know that if you ever do, your family, your friends, need Easter Seals, they're literally right there. They're right back behind you. And to me, that's a very comforting feeling, and I beseech each and every one of you to join Century 21 Wright out of Tahlequah, who sent Easter Seals money, although Tahlequah receives no direct services from Easter Seals Oklahoma at all, but they sent us money. I want you to join with my good friend, Century 21 Goodyear Green. And also, I want to congratulate our number one in our region. It would take Goodyear Green and Goldcastle added together to equal the amount of money that Century 21 Dunway and Hart, Mitchell Hart, donates to Easter Seals every year. So please, it's a wonderful organization. Come and learn about us if you don't. And again, I hope to God none of you ever need the services. But again, if you do, just look. They're right there behind you. Thank you.